Hello everyone and welcome to Be Embodied, and I'm going to share with you now a technique called the 5-4-3-2-1, which is a wonderful chaos to calm technique, and it'll take practice like anything does, but it's basically tuning into the senses in order to immediately connect you with the present moment. Again, like I said, there's this element of the mind either being in the past or being in the future, whereas the body and the senses, well, the body is always here now, and the senses and tuning into them are a great way of anchoring you into the present moment, to draw you out of those thoughts which are either past or future or generating anxiety. So this is a technique that allows you to generate newer, healthier habits, rather than that constant thinking, the constant whirling and swirling of those thoughts, a way of kind of breaking that feedback loop. So it's pretty simple, and I'll take you through it step by step. So the first part is tuning into, or just being aware of 5 things that you can see. So 5 things that you can see. So scanning your environment, and I might just mention a few things to just give you an understanding of where we're going with this in general. So just looking around your environment, what are those 5 things? You can be pretty basic or blatant to begin with. You've got the floor, the wall, ceiling, a door, like a potted plant maybe. So 5 things. And then 4 things that you can feel. So 4 things that you can feel. I can feel like sits bones. So weight is always a good one. The sits bones on the ground, how your spine feels even. Does it feel upright? Does it feel a little bit more rounded? Whatever's going on for you right now. I'm merely just trying to help the journey, trying to aid it. I mean, do you feel hot or cold? Do your muscles feel tense anywhere? It could even be something as simple as an itch. But that was 5 things. We actually need 4. So you're welcome. Okay. And then the next thing we need to tune into is our hearing. So 3 things that you can hear. So it could be something basic. It could be just you being aware of your breath. Or it could be passing traffic. Or it could even be just like low range frequencies as well, like the sound of people walking past the house, or maybe a neighbor moving around next door. So that's 3 things that you can hear. Now 2 things that you can smell. And this is a little bit trickier. So 2 things that you can smell. That's it, put your nose to work. And to be honest, I'm just in a yoga studio that smells rather refreshing on a pranic level. But maybe there's some food smells going on in the house, or maybe there's nothing in particular. Maybe it's just like a stuffy room. If you can't find anything to smell in particular, you can just take 2 deep breaths, okay, which is also quite calming. And another. Okay, and next, 1 thing that you can taste. So it's early in the morning, I haven't eaten anything, just saliva, it's kind of neutral, but maybe you've had a coffee, maybe you just had breakfast. So what's going on for you? More importantly, what's going on for you? So that one thing that you can taste. And now lastly, and this is probably the most important thing, okay, so one good thing about yourself right now. So just tell yourself one good thing about yourself.
So after each round, it's then time to just close your eyes and go inside and just tuning into any space that you might have created for yourself. Is there any more of a sense of grounding or groundedness within you? Are there any new subtleties to be aware of? And just moving forward with this newfound awareness and sense of groundedness into the next round.
Okay. So you actually do this 3 times is a good practice. And it will get faster as you practice it, obviously. So again, 5 things that you can see. And as you become calmer and more relaxed, you start to hone into detail. You become more aware of detail. So I can see that the walls actually have marks, or you can see that the floor, it might have like a nice design in it. These are all signals or signs that you're feeling safer and more grounded, more present. Looking at the door, can you see the handle? Does it have glass in it? Looking at the ceiling, can you see the light fittings in the ceiling or any other details? Or looking at the plant was my 5th one, whatever you saw as your 5th thing to hone into, to visually see, and maybe you recognize there's patterns in the leaves, okay? But of course, there's no pressure in order to see the details. Just focusing your attention on something is going to be enough. But when you see these details coming out of you, you know you're feeling more present, more grounded. All right, 4 things that you can feel. So feeling even more grounded in my sits bones. Spine's feeling a little bit more aloft because of that. Tension in the muscles that I can then decide to let go of. No itches. But what's going on for you? This is merely just a guide. Most importantly, what's going on for you? Okay, 3 things that you can hear. And if in doubt, you can just always come to things that are going on for you. So your breath, for instance. Or maybe your belly's telling you that it's hungry. It can even just be like white noise is something that's happening you can be aware of. And if you need a sound, then take that breath. And then there's the 2 things you can smell. If you can't smell anything, just take 2 big deep breaths. One thing you can taste. And then lastly, one good thing about yourself, the most important thing.
So again, importantly, closing your eyes and going inside now and just tuning into how you feel, any space you might have created, any more of a sense of grounding or groundedness within you. Just take a breath and tune into these subtleties.
And then you go through it again one more time on your own, in your own time. So 5 things that you can see. 4 things that you can feel. 3 things that you can hear. 2 things that you can smell. 1 thing that you can taste. And most importantly, 1 good thing about yourself. So thank you for joining me today for the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'll see you soon for some other interesting techniques.